Hi, alright, today I'm just going to do a quick little informational video on which files are best to upload to Cricut Design Space. This may be different on different cutting machines, but today I'm going to focus on Cricut Design Space. The different file formats that you can upload are JPEG, GIF, or GIF, however, tomato, PNG, BMP, SVG, or DXF. I primarily only upload with SVGs, but I will show you guys why I do that, just because it is the easiest way to do it. Alright, so when I create my SVGs, I export them as DXF, EPS, JPEG, PNG, and SVG just to make sure I cover all the people who may not have a Cricut and they may use like a Silhouette or a Cameo. But the first one I will show you guys how to upload is the JPEG. So when you upload the JPEG, you're going to see it's going to have the white background, and it's going to have you come over here and select whether you want it to be simple, moderately complex, or complex. When I upload JPEGs, I generally want it to be moderately complex or complex. We're going to go ahead and do complex just so we make sure we get all the brightness of the white. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you've got the select and erase selected, and we're going to go in here and we're going to have to erase all these little white spots in between the letters, around the letters, in the little area. If you mess up and you accidentally select something you didn't want to, there is an undo button up here at the top right corner of your Cricut Design Space. So we're just going to continue. Alright, now we've got all the white selected. Did I get that? Well, I think I got it. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue. And then the next screen that you're going to see is, do you want to save it as a print then cut, or do you want to save it as a cut file? When you would save it as a print then cut, that would be when you are wanting to make stickers, or maybe you have an image, like an actual photo of someone that you're wanting to print and put on a shirt or something. That's when you would use print then cut, is when you would need to print it out and then cut it out. But there are restrictions in the size when doing that. And then you're going to go, or you could save it as a cut image, which is what I'm going to select. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to actually rename it to to show you guys that's how I uploaded it. And then I'm going to go down here and just hit save. So then, as you can see, when we insert that image, it is a JPEG and it's back to being a cut file. Looks like I did not get that little kerning hole right there, which is okay. I just want to show you guys. I'm going to actually put JPEG, then cut file. Scale that down, and I'll move it over here so we know that that's what that one is. Alright, the next file I'm going to show you guys is PNG. Those have transparent backgrounds 90% of the time. So I'll go ahead and hit complex again just to have it there. And then we do not have to select anything because everything is already transparent other than the image. And again, it's going to ask us, do we want to save it as a print then cut, or do we want to save it as a cut file? And I'm going to come over here and name this to PNG. So PNG is the second easiest one to upload just because you don't have to go in and select all the white space or the background noise. So then we will insert that one, and I will move it over here. And as you can see, it looks it does look slightly different from the JPEG that we uploaded. The lines look to be just a little bit cleaner and a little bit thinner, even though it is the exact same design. And I just copy and pasted that, and I'm going to come in here and rename it PNG. So that way we know this is the PNG cut file. Alright, the last one I'm going to show you is SVG. So as you can see, this one uploads here and it takes you straight to, you don't have to select whether it's print and cut, you don't have to select any of the background noise, it is just right there. Not SNG, SVG. Alright, so we will save that one and I'll upload it in here and we'll see if this one looks a little different. This one is a little bit bigger. We will copy and paste again, SVG. So as you can see, all of these images are going to cut relatively the same. The JPEG does look to be just a little grainier. Let me see if it'll let me zoom in. Oops. So as you can see, the JPEG is just a little bit grainier than maybe the PNG and even the SVG. And that's probably because it wasn't meant to be a cut file. If you're in a pinch and you need to use the JPEG, that's totally fine. But I always upload my SVG files. And another reason I upload SVG files is for layering. If you, as you can see, all these are black, so they're going to be one cut image. But if you say have one, let me find a design. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys real quick what happens when you upload an SVG that is layered. And this one is just one that I have for sale in my Etsy store. It is part of my girls' science bundle that I have. You can also buy them individually. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to weld these together real quick. But as you can see, there are two separate cut files here. So if you were to upload, say, the JPEG, or we'll do the PNG. I'll show you guys the PNG. You're going to have to come over here and select moderately complex or complex, and then select an erase. And then when you select it as a cut file, as you can see, it's not going to offer you a layering option because it does not have that capability as a PNG. So this would be one color, and as you can see, the L for girl, that should be layering slightly over the stem, and the N is also touching that as well. So this would not be good just because the L is touching the S and this one is layered as it's supposed to be. You can change the color to them. If the little girl likes purple, you can change that, or you can even change the purple to be like a darker purple or even a blue. Just however you want to customize that for whatever you're doing, you can do that. With SVG files, you could not do that with the PNGs or the JPEGs. You can do simple one-cut files, but you cannot do layered objects with SVGs, or you cannot do layered projects with PNG or JPEG without doing a bunch of manipulating to the object, and this one would be very difficult to manipulate. So we'll just delete that. And I'm going to stick with the layering of the SVGs, and I'll even show you guys when you hit make it, it's going to have you cut on two different mats. one for the black or whatever color and one for the pink. I recommend uploading SVG files instead of PNGs or JPEGs, just because it's going to give you a lot more options and it is the best format for Cricut Design Space.